Oh, there she is. Look, look, a spontaneous photo shoot with fashion and celebrity photographer Rankin. That's not usually the kind of thing that happens to DW employees, but it happened to Euromaxx presenter Meggin Leigh, who has taken time from making faces at people to join me here in the studio. Welcome. Strike a pose, madam. So,
yes,
now, we know that you're used to being in front of the camera, because you've been telling me you've been doing it for like 10 years
All
plus.
right, got to be very careful what you tell this man.
But this was something completely different.
It was something
What was it all about?
Well,
Strike
let me tell you, Phil, what this is all about. Euromaxx are taking the show to another level. And it started with Rankin, you know, the famous British photographer.
Do know him, yes.
Do you know who he discovered?
No, I don't.
More or less. Kate Moss.
Okay.
But anyone who's anyone has been photographed by him. And what we did at
taken my
Euromaxx...
photo.
Pardon me? Well, because you don't work for Euromaxx yet.
Okay.
Anyway, what we did this summer was we did this major brainstorming session. We wanted to create a series where we had prominent faces from the world of culture and lifestyle, not just be on the show, but create the show. So Rankin not only interviewed with me, he co-hosted, he picked all the reports. We did that with Andre Rieu, Lavinia Biagiotti. We did it with a bunch of other ones. And so I don't want to give too much away, but I will say this is a pretty special thing that we created this summer. And before I say any more, I want to give you a teaser as to what you can expect.
Hello everybody, I'm Lavinia Biagiotti, I'm in Rome.
Hi, my name's Rankin.
Hi, I'm Marcel Anders.
Tim Rauer.
David Chipperfield.
Euromaxx edition.
Deutsche Welle.
Euromaxx.
Euromaxx edition.
For 1 week, Euromaxx is being co-hosted by famous Europeans. For this special Euromaxx edition, the team traveled all over Europe. In London, they met star photographer Rankin.
Hi.
Michelin-starred chef Tim Rauer showed them his Berlin, and designer Marcel Wanders his Amsterdam. They met Andre Rieu, the king of waltz, at his castle in Maastricht, fashion designer Lavinia Biagiotti in her apartment in Rome, and star architect David Chipperfield in Berlin. Michelin-starred chef Tim Rauer reveals why he always travels with his own wine glasses. He also shows viewers where he buys art in Berlin and takes us to his favorite shops.
The Euromaxx-Edition mit Tim Rauer.
The Euromaxx edition with top shelf Tim Rauer was optimal for me. First, because I love Berlin. Second, because I love food. So when a starred chef guides you through the city, gives you tips and shows you little shops you never knew existed even though you live here, it doesn't get better than that. 5 cities, 6 shoots, 6 prominent guest co-hosts. For both the VIPs and the Euromaxx team, making the Euromaxx editions was a huge adventure.
Can we get the key? I'm not just going.
I'm very excited to introduce our Euromaxx edition. Welcome to Rome.
Super happy and proud to be part of the special edition Euromaxx.
Please stay tuned to see my episode of Euromaxx edition on DW.
Ooh, Laura Biagiotti.
Yeah,
Big name.
Big name. You know her from her mother, Laura Biagiotti. She had the Roma perfume. Now, the thing about Lavinia is when she walks into a room, it just lights up. She's just a beautiful, beautiful person. And she's also got a lot of responsibility on her shoulders. Her mother died suddenly in May of 2017. You may have heard it in the news. It was one of those sudden death cases. She was fine the day before, and then she called her daughter and was like, I'm feeling really great. And she just, we don't know why, she just died. And then Lavinia, at age, I think at the time she was 38, she had to take over this massive fashion house that her grandmother started. So she shared some personal stories with me as we were sitting off to the side. Like she didn't have to tell me these things. And what I noticed with her is that we absolutely had a real connection to each other. And that makes it, as a presenter, you know, super easy when someone is easy to interview.
Okay. So which are the other moments that really stand out for you?
Well, one of the ones that really does stand out with me is in Amsterdam with Marcel Wanders. He's a Dutch product and interior designer. and quite well known for two things. One is the so-called knotted chair, which we don't have a picture of there, but we do have his 1-minute sculptures, and he literally creates these brass sculptures in 1 minute. But the thing that stood out for me personally was we filmed with him on the hottest day in Amsterdam. So Marcel had to change his shirt 4 times because he wouldn't stop sweating, and we didn't have air conditioning because, you know, in Northern Europe, usually doesn't get that hot. But let me just say it was quite hot with him, and we also had quite a connection, to say the very least.
There he is, shirtless half the time. Put your clothes on, man.
And just a reminder to all of our viewers, this is a very special series on Euromaxx, and you can always see it at dw.com/lifestyle, or just Google Euromaxx, and we'll be happy to take you on this journey with us.
OK. Strike a pose?
Well, I learned from Rankin, you're supposed to look over your shoulder. Where's my camera? I don't know. I think it's there. OK.
That's the first thing Rankin should have taught you. There's your camera there.
There's my camera. Strike a pose. Look over the shoulder. All right, Phil, back to you.
OK. Meggin, thank you so much. Good. Good.